time for Mad Markets. Thank you so much, Paul, for joining us. And I see
Hello
you've got
there.
a little gimmick here.
My little thing.
How do you?
So what we do here is in the show, my show tonight at 8:30, which no doubt you'll be watching. When there's a stock which we like, we press the little horse and so on. When it's, when you're bearish about something, you can give the old bear a bit of a tweak on his rear end here. And then we're very bullish and so on. Great guest tonight, Toby Shapshak. I don't know if you're familiar with this guy. He's like an IT guru guy, but very funny. And we're talking Apple, why it's doing so well, what it's got so much cash for, what it's going to do with it. Facebook, the Facebook listing, people. It's coming. So tune in, 8:30 tonight.
Fantastic. Okay, so Marion Roberts writes off many people quite shocked with coming through today.
You're right, because I remember like 6 months ago, the stock rallied hard on the news that they were not going to do a rights issue. Now they decide they need one. The classic trade that the big institutions do is you short the stock on the news of the rights issue, and then you bid for the stock in the rights issue process. Sounds fabulous, sounds like, easy money. But it is a little bit like picking up coins in front of a steamroller, because of course you might not get as many as you're looking for, or the price might get set at a level where the trade isn't profitable, blah, blah, blah. So
you don't own Marion Roberts. Your exposure used to be PPC, but you don't own that either.
No, in fact, we're still heavily into PPC, which has been much, much more resilient in the face of this big general slump. I won't say it's exactly done well, but at least it's not, plumbing these depths as these construction companies are.
ExxonMobil out with results as well. Not bad numbers, but not exactly as most people had hoped.
Yeah, they only made like $10 billion in the quarter. They really, ought to be trying a bit harder. So now they are in the number 2 spot. Apple has decisively passed them. Apple at current levels has a market capitalization of about $425 billion, trading at an all-time high as we speak. ExxonMobil is slightly softer on the day. They're only worth, $405 billion. So, clearly they've been surpassed. But I mean, it is interesting because oil companies trade on very low forward multiples. I don't know why. I think it's just the market doesn't really trust the idea that they're going to be able to replace their current reserves, and whether the oil price will go back down again,
Doesn't it concern you that Apple is at an all-time high? And do you think that it could actually come under pressure?
They're talking about the iPhone 5 having a LTE chip in it, which means that it'll be on the 4th generation networks. They haven't even begun selling iPhones in China. In China at the moment, the only way to get an iPhone is to get someone who's flown overseas to get you an unblocked one and bring it home. So China Mobile has got 600 million customers, and apparently all the rich ones want iPhones. So, I know it's easy to say, well, look, it's done so well, so how can it possibly do any better? But it's making fabulous devices at fabulous margins, and it looks to me as though it's got plenty of earnings power going forward. And we haven't even started talking about the iPad 3, and then there's the iTV.
This is why I don't want to buy anything yet, because there's just going to be the iPad 4 and 5 and 20. So I might as well wait for the best technology.
What next from these guys? In a decade's time, they're going to be selling the iCar, with huge. So,
Okay, so Paul, I was talking to the tech guru a little earlier, and she was saying, Judy Padiachi was saying that she might just be worried about the markets pulling back.
From a technical analysis point of view.
Perhaps we should, short the market right now.
I don't know. I mean, you hear these stories about us being at a golden cross where, the 50-day average is passing the 200.
Isn't that the death cross?
It's all garbage. Just take it from me. That stuff, you shouldn't even be listening to it.
No technical analysis for Paul Theron. Thank you, Paul. On that note, we have to say goodbye.